and thank you for joining me. This is an unplanned video. I dreamt about spheres all night last night. So even though there's no real theme to what's in each of these spheres, the theme is spheres. So I don't know if you watched the short where I just like shoved the arachnid down into a sphere, and even though it looks cool on top, I knew it was gonna sink. So I want to redo that only with a different colored arachnid. And I don't know if you can see in there, it was hard to get in there. It's blue, but I do have that on a string. I already have it in there because between that sphere and this sphere, they just gave me fits. Now this one, there's just a butterfly in it. Originally, I had it on like a little twig and I had these cute little flowers on there. But by the time I got it in there, it was repositioning. It just sort of fell apart and I kind of gave up. Now, I don't know how that butterfly is going to behave with the resin. We'll see. And I may possibly try to put those flowers in later. I don't know. And in this little sphere, there's just like 3 little jingle bells. I thought that might make a cute necklace. And in this sphere is just red and silver little garland in there. Now I think to Christmas looking spheres, I'm going to add a little glitter to them. I think I'm going to do just clear on the butterfly and then clear so far up on this sphere and then rocks for the next 4. But I think I'm going to start by trying to fill this sphere up. Now if I run out of resin, I may have to stop and mix some more, but we'll see. And I'm not even going to try to move that stick simply because the spider's legs are much bigger than the opening. I'm just trying not to make a big honking mess. And yeah, I may have to mix some more resin to finish all the spheres. Let me see where that's at in relationship to the... I think that's good. It looks like the legs are covered in there, so... And that's what we need because the rest will be rock. Because I don't want it floating like this one is. All right, now I'm actually going to pour this resin in this cup that's a little easier to handle, and it's got the little spout on it. And I think I want to do the butterfly next. So let's see if we can get this in there without making a mess. And yeah, I have no idea how that butterfly is going to behave. Okay, let me add a little bit more. And if I only need to mix a little bit of resin, I may wait until it's time to put the rocks on top of this one. That way I can mix it all at once. We'll see. See if I can get it in there without making a big mess. I really like these see-through spheres. I hope to be able to find some bigger ones that you can see through. Well, I guess I still need a little bit more in there. And I do see a bubble. So let me see if I can thump that baby loose. And let's try this one more time. I need to hold it level. And there we go. Maybe a little bit more because it will shrink up a little bit. Whoa. I mean, the colors look really pretty. All right, let me go ahead and maybe I will have enough because these other two spheres are really small. And I'm going to put some glitter in both of them. Let me get my glitter out. And I don't want so much glitter that you can't see what's inside. So that's just a little tiny bit on the spoon. I hope that's not too much. I have found that I don't think it's too much and then it ends up being way too much. Let me kind of get that stirred in there and see what we've got. I think I may go ahead and add just a little more resin just to dilute some of that glitter. Set that stick down. I'm going to start with the smallest one first with the jingle bells in it and see if we can't get this poured in there without making a big mess. And one of my concerns with the jingle bells is certainly bubbles because of the fact that, you know, we'll see, I don't know if you see that real big bubble that just popped out of there, but definitely bubbles. I may have to give this a few thumps because the jingle bells are hollow. There's a bubble right there. So yeah, that is one of my concerns with that. So let's just let it set for a little bit and then we'll do some serious thumping. Same with this one. I mean, there may be a lot of bubbles that show up in it as well. Whoa, that was a mess. That made a mess. Let me get some of this sticky cleaned off the outside and try that one again. Just do it real slow so that it can get up underneath that little garland stuff and around it. And all that garland is, it's just like the Christmassy looking pipe cleaners. That's what I used, was pipe cleaners. Let me see if I can just squeeze that a little bit to help that go down in there. Still want to go slow. Because I want it to get all down in there. Yeah, see, there's still a lot of room in there. I need for it to move around and get over there. Maybe if I tilt it a little bit and hopefully not make a big mess, I can get it down in there. All right, let me stop there for a second. Because, yeah, there's still plenty of room for resin in there. Matter of fact, I may need to mix up a little bit more in my little cup. Let me let that set, and I'm going to mix up a little bit more in the cup. I don't think I'm going to add any more glitter, though. There's still a lot of glitter in this cup. And I can see with the jingle bells that some of those bubbles are popping, so it's leaving some more room on top. So I'm going to give those bubbles some more opportunities to come up to the top, and then I will add some more resin. Let me see if I can put a little pocket in there so I can just pour it into the pocket. Stop there for a second. Let me wipe the outside. It's super sticky. And it's getting all over my gloves. Okay. Let's try some more. Because yeah, there's still room in there, and maybe I did mix up just enough. We'll see. And this will probably kind of do the same thing as the jingle bells after it sets for a little bit and get some room on top to release some of the bubbles that may be in here. Probably are in here, not even a may. I'm going to let that set. Give it some thumps. Let me go ahead and give this one some thumps. And this one some thumps. And then I'm going to add some more resin to this one. And that one. Then again, I'm not going to add any more glitter. There's still glitter in this cup. Oh, my hands are getting super sticky. All right. All right, that's full again. Let's work on this one some more. Try not to make a mess. A little bit more. Okay. Now what I will do over the next several minutes is watch these, and if I need to add more, I will. I believe this one has enough. And once this cures enough that I can, I'm going to go ahead and add the rocks like I did with the other one. And then I will see when it's time to unmold. Let me get some of this sticky off. And yeah, this definitely wasn't planned. I think these clear little molds that I got in yesterday, I just really wanted to try the clear spheres. I had no real plan. So this is basically just playing around, other than I wanted to redo this one. And I may or may not put those flowers in there. We'll just see. So I will see you for the unmolding. It's time to do the unmolding. And if you'll notice, we have a couple of extra things up here. When I was done pouring these, I had just a little bit of resin left in the cup, so I went ahead and poured it in this mold and stuck some greenery in. Then when it was time to mix the rocks, I mixed more resin so I could make sure I could do that and fill this. And I was a little zealous with mixing resin because I made way too much, mixed way too much. I was able to fill this little rock coaster, and this mystery sphere. So let's start with just the small spheres first. See if we can get them out of these molds. I've never used these molds. These are the brand new ones that I got the other day. There we go. I like the fact that they're so clear. I would like to get some bigger ones that are clear like that. All right, so here are the little jingle bells with the glitter. Those are kind of cute. I'm hoping to put like a cap here and some findings and make a little necklace out of that. If I'm able to do that, I'll show that at the tail end of this video. But that's the little jingle bells. All right, now for the little garland. And this is the mold that I spilled resin all over, so it looks pretty dirty on the outside. Let's see if we can get that off. There it comes. Wow, that's really stuck on there. There we go. Oh, that turned out really kind of pretty, very sparkly. And again, I'm going to try to, I need to file this one down a little bit, but I'm going to try to make a little Christmas necklace out of that as well. And I really like the way that the red and silver shows through so well. All right, now the funky little butterfly. That's what it looks like in the mold. I like the fact that you can see inside these molds. Let me see if I can't get this one off. There we go. All right, that's the bottom side of it. And there's the top side. You can see the little pearl that was on the butterfly. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. It was definitely an experiment. But overall, I really like these little molds. All right, I'm going to do the rock coaster next. I just absolutely love the way rocks look in resin. Excuse me. All right. And now this one, when I put the greenery in, the first little coat of resin was thin because it was just what was left over from pouring these. And I went ahead and put the greenery in. What I'm hoping is that I don't have any pits or bubbles on the other side. I may have to do a serious top coat on this one. And as you can see, I used some of the fluoride in the aquamarine on here, kind of like I did with the rocks and resin coaster. Immediately I have noticed some bubbles. I don't know if you can see the bubble pits. But the other side, surprisingly, yeah, the greenery is inside of it. I'll still do a top coat on it just to make it shiny. I think this coaster or this mold is starting to wear out because it's definitely losing the shiny. But there are several bubble pits on this one. That being said, I love to put plants and stuff in resin. And maybe I should have put a white background on it. It probably would have looked a lot better. Okay, let's see how this one, and this was the first one that I just, threw the little toy spider in there, knowing that it would sink. I mean, looks cool there, but not so much there. This is the one I suspended, so we'll see how this one looks. Get that good and loose around there. And give it some squeezes. Seems to help loosen it up, put some air in there. And let's see if we can get it out without throwing it. Here she comes. Here it comes. Oh, wow. That spider that I put in there was actually blue. It looks white, and it looks like there's a couple of big bubbles on the body. I don't know that that didn't necessarily takes away from the creepy, but adds more to the creepy. But yes, it suspended real well in there. And again, the resin's bubble free. I really like the bubble remover. I guess you can see that it's kind of light blue, but it was darker blue when I put it in there. Yeah, that's a little creepy. Looks like I may have to do a little bit of filing here because there's some sharp edges. All right, now let's get to the mystery sphere. And this was just, I have resin left over, poke something in there, see how it works out. And I do kind of expect a lot of bubbles. I don't know if by looking in there, if you can determine what I shoved in there, but I will tell you once we get it out and look at it. But I am kind of expecting a lot of bubbles, even though I tried to release them. Okay, there we go. It's coming out. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you can see it on camera, because actually what I should have done is put a little bit of resin in the sphere first and then shove this in. What this is actually this mystery sphere that maybe had I put some resin in there first before putting it down in the sphere. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. But what that is actually one of the gloves that I wear. I reuse my gloves until they fall apart. And I had one sitting over there. I thought, well, let me put that in there and see what that looks like. Yeah, not very fond of it, but it's real light. There's not a whole bunch of resin in this, even though I tried to get it down in all the little folds. That's what that is. I want to thank you for watching today, and let me know what you think of, maybe not so much this one. This one doesn't look so well. Whoops, they're going to roll away on me. Let me know what you think of the spheres and the coasters. And I'm thinking, yeah, I should have actually backed that with some white so that you could see the clouds and stuff. It would look so much prettier. Thank you for joining me today. Please leave your comments below, and also consider hitting the like, subscribe, and share buttons. And I will see you next time. To hop on here real fast and show you the necklaces. Here is the little jingle bell necklace. I tried to make them look like Christmas ornaments. Now these little findings or toppers, they wouldn't fit. So I just put some of the silver leaf in some UV resin to try to make the tops. But there's the little jingle bells. And I really hope that it does look like a Christmas ornament. And here is the one that has the red and silver garland in it. So those are my little Christmas ornament sphere, resin sphere necklaces. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.